You know that rush when the Stripe notifications start rolling in. The DMs, the messages, the congratulatory texts from friends who have been watching your journey. The launch you've been working on for months finally hits, and for one surreal week, it feels like you're living the version of success you've always imagined. But then, silence. The next month arrives like a hangover. Sales slow, engagement dips. You start refreshing Stripe a little too often, hoping lightning will strike twice. If that drop has ever made you question yourself, here's the truth. You didn't fail. You just built momentum without building a machine. Because revenue spikes are seductive. They make you feel powerful, but they don't make you predictable. And predictable is where real freedom lives. Success that can't be repeated isn't strategy. It's stimulus. Spikes reveal what most people never stop long enough to see: how fragile their business actually is. You can pour brilliance into a single launch, but if your back-end, delivery, or systems can't hold that growth, every sale becomes a countdown to chaos. That's why so many entrepreneurs hit record-breaking months, and then quietly burn out trying to deliver on them. The irony is that what should represent expansion ends up exposing the weak spots in their foundation. Success doesn't just test your model, it pressure tests your infrastructure. It's like putting a turbo engine in a car with a cracked frame. You can press the pedal, but eventually something gives. And it's not because you're bad at business. It's because you were never taught to design for stability. You were taught to design for speed. Every big month is proof that your offer works, but sustainability depends on what happens after the sale. Did those clients renew? Did your delivery process scale with ease, or did it stretch you to the edge? Did you build repeatability, or did you white-knuckle your way through it? Spikes rarely collapse from lack of leads. They collapse from lack of leverage. Most entrepreneurs are still building their business like event planners. Launch after launch, sprint after sprint, always resetting the scoreboard. But empires aren't built from events. They're built from ecosystems. Systems, not spurts. Inside our signature program, we teach what we call the system effect. It's the discipline of turning extraordinary moments into predictable mechanisms. Systems protect your creativity from chaos. Because as a founder, your energy is your most expensive resource. And when everything depends on you, you can't scale. But when structure carries the weight, your business compounds like capital. We had a client named Elena who hit her first $75,000 launch and told us, "I can't sustain this. I can't do this again." She didn't need more ambition. She needed more architecture. Together, we rebuilt her delivery model. We simplified her onboarding, automated her nurture flow, and created a repeatable marketing rhythm that didn't rely on her being on every day. 3 months later, she was still earning $75,000. But now it was every quarter, not every crisis. Same offer, different engine. That's what systems do. They turn adrenaline into algorithm. And it's what most founders are missing when they're stuck in the feast and famine cycle. They think they need more leads. But when your structure can't convert or sustain the leads you already have, more traffic just accelerates the leak. You don't need a bigger audience, you need a better engine. Luxury brands understand this intuitively. They don't chase spikes, they build rhythms. Their success isn't about being everywhere or doing everything, it's about executing consistency with precision. Hermès has sold the same handbag for decades and still has a multi-year waitlist. That's not hype, it's harmony. Their systems compound the perception of value, year after year. When your business is built on systems, every month becomes a reflection of structure, not luck. And that's when everything shifts. Because when you stop chasing volatility and start building reliability, your audience feels the difference. Stability is magnetic. People are drawn to brands that feel certain, composed, confident. The brands that don't rush because they already know. If you're tired of yo-yo months, it's not your offer. It's your operating system, and that's exactly what we rebuild inside our signature program. We help you install the same frameworks that high-performing founders use to stabilize cash flow, expand capacity, and scale without chaos. Because real luxury isn't freedom from structure. It's the freedom that structure creates. When you master that, your income doesn't spike, it stabilizes. Your audience doesn't fluctuate, they compound. Your workload doesn't expand, it contracts. You stop feeling like a performer chasing applause and start feeling like a CEO building permanence. Revenue spikes are a signal. They tell you you've tapped into something powerful, but you haven't yet systemized it. And that's where most people stop, right at the breakthrough. They go back to the starting line and try to recreate the lightning instead of building the grid. The secret is simple. Codify what worked. Document your wins. Automate your patterns. Normalize your numbers. When you turn the chaotic into the repeatable, you stop playing defense against your own growth. You turn a moment into a model. So don't chase your next spike. Build the structure that sustains it, because the future of your business isn't decided by your biggest month. It's decided by what happens next. Inside our signature program, we'll help you turn unpredictable revenue into a reliable rhythm through the same structural architecture used by high-performing founders and luxury brands alike. Because your next breakthrough doesn't need to feel like chaos. It can feel like control. And when your growth finally feels calm instead of frantic, that's when you know it's real.